All right, sup guys, welcome back to the channel. Too Easy Sports Betting. I'm Trice Too Easy. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody had a good, safe Friday, had a nice drink, got some good pussy, whatever it is you're into. Hope it was great. Anyways, we're gonna review. I'm all over the place. Let me run that back. Welcome back to the channel, Too Easy Sports Betting. I'm Trice Too Easy. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. You've been here, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. It helps me and my channel a lot. And lastly, if you'd like to join my sports betting community in Discord, it'll be in the pinned comment and in the description of the video. $5 measly ass. Come join, come be a part of something great. And I deeply appreciate anybody who takes a second to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. It helps my channel more than you guys know. If you don't have a YouTube, you don't understand it, but man, it helps a lot. So please it takes 2 seconds, comment, leave a thumbs up, and I'll leave you alone. Thank you. Anyways, let's review yesterday. We'll get into the player props. We'll get into the slate. We'll review it. You only got 5 games today, so there's not a lot that I like, but I am on, I think, 7 plays that I've felt pretty good about, hoping to just go positive, slightly positive and get a unit or two. Yesterday, 6 wins, 5 losses for me and anybody who was in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you didn't get the live plays, you would have gone 4 wins, 5 losses. Grizzlies could not cover the spread with the Magic. The Bucks won by 5, so we got 0.5. So good reads. I knew who would win. Just the spreads are sharp. It's hard to get these spreads lately on basketball. Desmond Bane finally had a bad game. Magic's D is tough though, so it was a kind of a coin flip. And then Giannis did nothing. I think he's got to start being faded, man. He's just not performing how you would think that he would. Truthfully, in my opinion, I just don't think he's performing that. How do you not go over 47 efforts to fucking Wizards in your Giannis? I don't know. Anyways, Heat check, Duncan Robinson check. Pistons continue to ball their asses off. An reliable Walker Kessler for the Jazz. He had 19 boards on the Thunder. I mean, that boy is just, he just puts forth, he's my favorite center in the world. He's just puts forth effort. He gives it all on the court every night. And he don't even get talked about because everybody's on the McKinnon wave. But man, Walker Kessler's out there balling every night. And then the Kings, they lost. Warriors continue to cook me. Live bet the Grizzlies and the Magic under 3rd quarter and 4th quarter. Cracked both of those. So I went 6-5 slightly up. If you were just on YouTube, you probably went 4 wins, 5 losses. So you would have went down slightly. Anyways, let's get into the player props. Before I do that, guys, my sponsor, BetAnySports.eu. Better than Bovada. It's the best online offshore sportsbook that there is. You can use it in states where it's illegal. You don't have to drive to other states to put your bets in or go to a bookie and get finessed on the lines. It's great. Everybody who uses it loves it. They're giving a 30% deposit match. Once you're on it, you'll see it looks like this. You pick which game you like. You can do a straight up money line. You can do the totals. You can do player props, and you can parlay anything you'd like. It's just like having FanDuel or ESPN Bet. Okay, guys? Anyways, let's get to the first prop I'm on. It's going to be Joker. Guys, over 49.5 PRA. I can't get away from it. Don't see how you wouldn't want to bet this. The Lakers are just so terrible versus centers. This is a matchup from hell for the Lakers because they can't stop centers. So any team that has a superstar center tends to do really good versus the Lakers. Joker's unstoppable. As you can see, he's covering it a lot anyways. 68% on the season, 65% last 20, 80% his last 10, 80% his last 5. So he's covering this versus pretty much everybody, even goods, even versus the Magic, he covered this. Now he's versus the Lakers, who are awful versus the center, 20th, and 15th. They're just so bad versus the center. Historically, I mean, you see 78% historically, they can never stop him. Last time he saw them this season, he got 55. And that was with AD. They don't even have AD anymore. They don't even have a big man, really. LeBron James is getting boards. He's getting like 7 boards a game. Joker should have his way tonight. I will be shocked if he doesn't get 50. It's my favorite play tonight is the Joker to go over 49.5 PRA. Everybody's on this line, though, so don't be surprised if Vegas cleans up. Next, Joel Embiid. I'm on him. Centers, again, guys, I'm on Joel Embiid over 41.5. The Nets are beat up and injured really badly. Joel Embiid has been playing. He's back pretty healthy. Underdog is favoring this up quite a bit. Head-to-head, guys, he just saw them and put up 46. So one of his best games. 55% over 20, 60% over 10, last 5, 60% as well. Versus the Celtics, he got locked up, didn't do well, but I expect a big game out of him tonight versus the Nets team who's injured and really doesn't have anybody who can stop him. No reason he can't get over 41.5 tonight. I expect a big game out of Joel. And the 76ers are heavily favored, 11.5 points. So if they're going to even come close to that, Joel has to perform. Next, LaMelo Ball. I'm actually going to take a stab at his under, which I don't do often. But the Trailblazers been playing some okay ball. They're back down to earth from where they were, but they're playing okay. They're playing strong and fast, and LaMelo hasn't been playing that great. Last 20, he's got a 55% hit rate on the under. Last 10, he's got an 80% hit rate under. Last 5, 80% on the under. There's no head-to-head history. He hasn't played him, but I mean, they're 9th in the league versus the point guard. The Trailblazers do really good versus point guard. Everything else, they're not great. Center's terrible, forward's terrible, guard's terrible, but the power forward and the point guard, they're very good versus. I think LaMelo comes out here and kind of struggles and is forced to dish the ball up or put up bad shots. Obviously, any night LaMelo can come out and cover. He can put up 35, 40. We know that. But lately, he hasn't been, by far and large, he's not doing great. And I think versus this Trailblazers team who's good at defending the point guard, he has a good night. So I'm on LaMelo's a bad night. So I'm on LaMelo's under. Next, Dorian Finney-Smith. This is probably my second favorite play of the night. I don't understand it. You can get plus money on BetMGM. Dorian Finney-Smith, guys, over 10.5 is plus 100. On the season, he has a 77% hit rate. Last 20, 65. Last 10, 80. Last 5, 80. His last 2 games, he went way over this with 20 and 16. And head-to-head, guys, he just saw the Nuggets in October of last year, a few months ago. He put up 26 PRA. Dorian Finney's been balling, and he has a history of doing really good versus the Nuggets. I love this spot for him. 10.5 is too low. It's way too low. If you have BetMGM, lock it immediately and nuke it. If not, lay the juice a little bit and get it. But I mean, my God, 10.5 is too low. I'm all over this. My last prop I'm on, guys, is Jalen Green over 28.5 points and rebounds. Probably be my most controversial play of the night. But the Jazz is very bad versus the guard. 27th in points allowed, 28th in rebounds allowed. So they're awful versus his position. Now, on the season, he's got a 47% hit rate. He hasn't hit it more than he's missed it, okay? Last 20, though, he's gone over 65%. Last 10, he's gone over 70%. Last 5, 80%. So lately, he is balling. Now, on top of that, guys, I'm sorry, let me rephrase because I'm sorry, scratch what I just said. On the season, 45, last 20, 55, last 10, 40, last 5, 20. So he's been going under this line a lot. But Fred VanVleet is supposed to play tonight. If he plays, when Fred VanVleet is in the game, he hits this at an extremely high rate. So whenever Fred VanVleet's in, he does very well. And the history versus the Jazz is basically if he's actually playing the game and not injured, he's getting this. He's 45 and 43 historically. These 2 games don't count. So if Fred VanVleet is playing tonight, I expect him to. He just does so much better with Fred in. It's crazy how much better he does when he's in versus when he's not. This is his stats with Fred VanVleet. Last 5 games with Fred. Here is his last 5 without him. So you can see that Fred really tends to boost his stats, and Fred is an assist machine anyway. So he feeds Jalen Green and gets him open a lot. So I like Jalen Green if Fred VanVleet is playing. If he ends up being ruled out, cancel this or wait to place this play until later tonight. You might have to lay some more juice, but it'll be worth it. Okay, guys, let's go over the slate and talk about each game real quick, and I'm gonna get y'all out of here. First game, we got the Suns, we got the Bulls. I can't call it. I find it impossible to cap the Suns. No matter what I do, I can't seem to get them right. They're just so wishy-washy. When you have a team that has that much firepower, that many shooters, it can either be really good or really bad. They either are on and hitting their shots or they're not. This year, it's not like one is more than the other. They're 50-50. They're either hot or cold. I will say they're entirely healthy, first, second, and third string, so I think the 6 points is fair. I think it makes sense, but I think it's sharp. I think the Bulls can play a competitive game versus I think the Suns are just soft. Little and soft. They just aren't a real aggressive team who likes teams who scrap and put forth effort like the Bulls. Similar records, I'm fading it. Nets and 76ers. This is the most insane play on the slate tonight. Guys, I would take me and 4 of my homeboys at a plus 11.5 versus 76ers. They are so terrible. They are so bad. The fact that you see an 11.5 spread versus the Nets, it is fucking insane. Now, that said, I do understand that there are some big time injuries that need to be talked about. On the Nets starting lineup, give me 1 second. Ooh, that was loud. My bad, y'all. Nets starting lineup, they have 2 of their stars out. They're big time stars. D'Angelo Russell, who's been basically keeping them in every game, is out. Cam Thomas is out. Those are their 2 big scorers. I'm assuming that's why you're getting 11.5 with the 76ers. Fair enough. That said, guys, there's just no world. I don't care if the whole fucking, I don't care if it was 5 bench players. I would 11.5 versus 76ers is fucking nuts. And on top of that, the 76ers starters are healthy, but almost all their bench players are injured. So you're going to be having some third stringers in. Kyle Lowry's out, Eric Gordon's out, Justin Edwards out. I mean, they got a lot of injuries. So yeah, the starters are healthy and should be good. And I do think Joel Embiid performs tonight, but that's it. I think Joel Embiid has a big night and everybody else does what they usually do, which is suck. 11.5 is just too much. I have to take it. I have to take 11.5 with the Nets versus god-awful team. They're both 20 and 35 on the season, and the Nets ain't always had D'Lo, so it ain't like he made that big of a, it's not like that's like the craziest thing. 11.5 Nets, give it to me. Next, Lakers and Nuggets. I have to take the Nuggets -6.5. I'm a Lakers fan. I like to back the Lakers. I like to bet them when people don't, and I tend to know their spots pretty good. If you guys can give me something with basketball, you can at least tell me I've been right about the Lakers when they gonna win. That said, tonight, no way. I just don't think they can stop Joker. It's literally that simple. I don't see a planet where they handle Joker whatsoever. And when you cannot stop him, and the Lakers they're really not scoring that much in their recent games either. Lord knows Luka can't cover Joker. I literally think that Nikola just comes out here and puts up like 50 points. I just think he solo wins the game. Give me the Nuggets -6.5. I don't think the Lakers can hang. It is such a bad matchup when they have a good center versus the Lakers. It's just over for the Lakers at that point. They need a big man. They had it. That trade didn't go through. They would have been unstoppable if that trade for Williams went through, but it is what it is. Rockets and the Jazz, I got to fade it. Rockets are very good. I know that. I just don't like fading the Jazz. I don't, because they've been playing too good. They put forth too much effort, and they have enough talent to win any game. They're not that well coached, but they got talent everywhere, and I don't like fading guys who put forth that much effort every night. And then the Hornets and the Blazers, I chose to fade this as well because the Blazers have came back down to earth, and the Hornets are capable of shootouts. I don't know who wins. The Hornets have won a couple tough games lately. I'm staying away from it. Final plays of the day, guys, is everything I'm on. Nets +11.5 and Embiid to put up 41.5 PRA. Nuggets by 6.5. Joker over 49.5 PRA, and Dorian Finney-Smith over 10.5 PRA. Jalen Green over 28.5 points and rebounds if Fred VanVleet's in. Wait to place this. Or cancel it if you already do. If you do it now, be ready to cancel it if Fred VanVleet is ruled out. And then LaMelo Ball under 26.5 points. That's it for today, guys. Let's get out of here. Let's get a bag and let's crack these folks. Happy Saturday. Have a good night.